Hi there, I'm Allie Elliott.
Take me on a spree. I wanna get to know me. Every little.
Hi, I'm Allie Elliott. Welcome to the stream today. It's been spotty this week, been crazy busy in the best way, but I've got a couple of composites for this session. I edited last night and I didn't stream, I was so tired. I was not good company at all. So I'm gonna get at least these two done. I tend to overshoot sessions with siblings because you can never tell if you got them at the same time, if you might have to do some head swap kind of things. And I overshot my overshooting yesterday by a lot. So that one's gonna take some time to go through and pull out the best of the best. But this one, I'll just kind of roll through the ones that I edited yesterday. I was just so tired, I had to catch up. And like, just not talk. Sometimes you just have to put your head down and get it done. I'm a lot faster when I'm not talking. All right, so this is a senior session boy, and this is the barn that his parents got married in, but I only had like maybe 15 feet between the barn and a fence. So I had to composite, like take all of it from one angle. So it gives this cool wide angle illusion, and I'm here for it. I like it. And then we did the usual, I did a black and white, and I almost never do a black and white, but it really called for it, I felt like, with the textures and the light. So we did the typical senior pictures, but then they have animals. So we had to they stole the show. We had to get some of those. And they're baby goats. And these ducks were cracking me up because they were just like choreographed. And it was overcast. I thought we might get rained out, but we didn't. And it was really nice, even lighting everywhere, so it made compositing easy. So that's gonna make, easy is a stretch, but that's gonna make my job today a little more simple. Just look at that texture. As visual people, I think we can all appreciate the texture of these beautiful babies. I don't know if they're babies or not. I don't know that much about animals, but like their little eyelashes and I'm here for it. Let's see. There we go. Can't see around my microphone. And these just look like little plush toys. And then that was just kind of a fun one at the end as Grandma stopped by. So I've got these that I'm gonna piece together. The lines are gonna make it a little bit tough probably, but I grabbed a whole bunch of extra ones because I want to use these lights so badly. And then I've got two options for him sitting there, and I'll probably just get the scene set up and then drop him into either so they have some options. And this was just kind of for proportion, that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm gonna start probably with this one, and rather than make it smaller and try and piece them together, I'm gonna take the dimensions out of this and make the whole canvas bigger, because I can always make it smaller. I can always mess with the resolution and all that stuff, but right now I just want to piece it together and like be able to put all the images that we're going to use on the same canvas. Is it I can't even tell. Is it the same one? No, it's not. So, whoops. I'm still very tired. I didn't get enough sleep last night. Last night was better than the night before, though. Okay, it looks like this is a similar picture, but it's a different angle. So I might prefer this one. But it's one of those things, when you're shooting for a composite, you definitely want to take more than you think you're going to need. I don't know if you could hear that, but something is happening in my house. I'm not sure what. Okay, so that's around there. The lines are going to be interesting, but I like a challenge. And in these scenarios where it's hard to back up and make sure that this might call for a different kind of crop too. When you can't back up and just make sure that, you know, you have proportion and layouts and that kind of thing, I think it makes it tougher, but also more rewarding when you get it right. So I'm gonna back out a little bit more and just give space. I think we'll probably need more down here. The cool thing with a composite like this is that with a lot of black in there, it'll be a simpler conversion to the negative space. And the only reason I kept this one is for the slats if I need. So I'm just gonna leave this like that to remind myself, and I'll leave the image open. All right, that's kind of the same as here, but it's a little further down. So I think what I'll do is not have these competing lights. And I recognize those don't match up perfectly, but they don't need to yet. If I go to sleep while on stream, just carry on. I figured it'd be quiet today. That's all right. So he was actually, where was he? I don't want him any smaller in the frame, that's for sure. So I do want to, so up until time to stream, and I turn this music on. I had the Eye of the Tiger stuck in my head, and I was hoping it would motivate me. Not so far though. This doesn't sound like folk music. Probably why I'm going to sleep though too. All right, and then this one I will pull too, just because, whoops. I'm gonna, once I get the whole thing done, then it'll be an easy change. I think I'll like the emotive looking off serious into the distance kind of thing, and that's not everybody's style, so I'll just give them options. I think that part is covered. I'm gonna leave that open though for that nice line of slats in case. So I went over it a couple times. Do we have this one? That's probably one we could add. And I like the kind of woozy effect that it gives you when it all comes from the same angle, but like perspective shifts a little. So I might just have to kind of divide those, which is totally possible. We'll see if it's necessary. And this I wanted for over here. So not for the light, that's gonna come out, but for the okay, it's kind of hard to see. All right, so here's one. Just go ahead and match these up. I feel like will be easier. There we go. Merge those layers. I'm going to duplicate and then, oh wait. So probably that needs to go up here with this. So I'm just gonna twist this around, and actually what I might try here is just a perspective shift. No, take that back. That's what I want. And then there we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and save that so I don't have to redo any of this stuff. All right, so that's kind of gonna be our base. Maybe we could do, actually, you know what? Let's just try a 6x4 crop because that would go with, I don't know why I capitalized that. Yeah, that goes with everything else. And I already have one that is more panoramic. The one with the barn is a little more panoramic, so I don't want them to have a bunch of images that are hard to frame and hard to print and all that good stuff. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I am Mrs. MRS Allie Elliott there. So follow me, and if you are looking for somebody to follow you back, message me so that I know, because I never know who I'm supposed to or I'm not, unless it's like specifically I'm a grandma on there. All right, so this is just a lot of fine tuning. And I want to bring that one back. I'm going to do a little bit of a skew on this. And then, whoops, not that. Do. Okay, and then I'm going to go back up to this one and just help it along, matching up right there. Just gonna use a little black, can't tell if that's really black, and just paint in, it is behind back here. Just this is a dark corner, don't want to overthink it too much. Okay, save. So coming up this week, I've got a lot that I'll be doing on stream. I've got 2 composites today with my senior boy, and then I'll start on the session yesterday, family session with 3 little girls, and I overshot it, which is never a bad thing, but that'll take a little while to get through. And then I've got more of our little superhero that had her portraits taken. One of them I put into several competitions, and she absolutely rocked it this spring, and she's going to be going into the International Photographic Competition when it opens up in, I can't remember if it's June or July. In addition to that, I've got a photo gallery exhibition going out, and then I've got this mixed media. This is one of the paintings from it. Back there is another painting from it. These paintings are gonna get finished and then cut up. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm afraid that some of the paintings I'm gonna like too much before they get cut up, but that's the purpose, so I have to do it. But a lot of things coming up, a lot of things to keep me very busy, and I'm going to erase this. Oh wait, do we want to erase that or should I leave it? Maybe I should leave it. Oh no, there it is, that's why. And I left that one up so that And then getting these lined up is gonna be tricky. So what I'm gonna do, just to make sure these line up in a way that's not gonna draw attention away from them, I'm gonna take a really small, whoops, not that small. Well, where is that? Because that's in front. It's behind, so it must be this one. There it is. And I'm going to switch to a stylus. It's a lot of aberration, chromatic aberration happening there. The weather has been so perfect for sessions. I'm very grateful. Okay, so I probably need to fix. There we go. So it's just kind of the idea. Let's see. Oh wait, that's the wrong. Okay. Let's see. All right. And then go a little bigger. Where are we at here? Okay, so if there's a line in question, I'm just going to take it out, and then I can clone stamp. For a lot of these. there. Okay. So I'm gonna go bigger here.
I think I'm on to a new melody. It's not a mix of soul, but
Okay, now I've got to find this one so I can clone it down a little bit.
has suddenly left me talking to myself after a bottle of wine. It's like I'm bad in every spirit.
Okay.
And you and me. How is that not strange?
All right.
For I don't want to sit just to sit, but my healer told me your inner world will unfold.
All right, where are we at here?
Like that,
Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this and then start here. Just bring the whole,
for too long. I think I've written every song. Soon, from here on to the moon, I run to overcome and be done. Oh, will it ever change? Secrets in the wire stick to my body like glue.
I'm just gonna put a little dark vignette
Wasn't the case.
situation down here.
Knowing what living is such a blessing, I know.
And then let's see, where's he at? Just gonna clone some of this around his feet.
This way, it's never enough, and I've learned when I have less, it eases this damn stress. And we can't be foolish for too long. I think I've written
Oh, wait.
every song. Soon, from here on to the moon, I run
At 100,
overcome.
what is my, oh, maybe that's why. Need to start coming from the top layer. Here we go. Okay, so you can kind of see where this is going now. I am tempting, you know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flatten this, except for,
Can't be foolish for too long. I think I've written every song.
oops. You know what? No, I'm not. Because I want to save that other one.
From here until the moon, you know I run
So, no, okay.
to overcome and be done. Oh, will it ever change? Will it ever change? Will it ever change? Run to overcome. Will it ever change?
And then I'm going to save this as progress 2, just in case I change something that is too hard. Or not too hard. I'm getting tired already. That is easier to change when it's in layers.
Put your coffee on
Now let me see if I have any. I already have that.
You've been in love before, but nothing quite like this. I stole
Okay.
your heart away with just a single kiss.
Okay.
I'm your dream. I'm your dream.
think what I'll do first is put this all together so I can manipulate it. Whoops. All right. Merge those, duplicate again. Just a little run over those edges, merge those and duplicate again. And this will be a duplicating pattern, but I'll fix that in a little bit. Okay, oh, you can't even see where I'm working because of that. All right, so I'll just back it up a little so you can see what I'm working on too. The little gallery thing is in front of it. So you saw what we started with, just a whole bunch of pieces and kind of fit them together. And then I'm just gonna try my indoor basics that I threw together. I don't feel like it's gonna need that much beyond this. Yeah, I like it. I like all the textures. One thing I do wanna do is, so we're down here in the second layer and I'm going to warm it way, way, way up. Lots of red and some yellow. And I'm also going to give it a little bump in curves. I don't hate that actually, but here's what the purpose was. Just to kind of give those lights a little more glow. And then I'm going to go way bigger and then opacity way down. Just so he matches the warmth a little bit. Okay. So there is the barn composite. You know what? I'm gonna keep messing with it. Duplicate. Oh wait, what am I doing? Okay, so if we bring the overall brightness. Normally, after I bring down the brightness quite a bit, I would warm it back up, but I don't think that's necessary because we warmed it up so much. And I like the balance and warm and cool, and I like it. All right, layer, flatten. We're gonna come back to that discarded layer. Hey, Impoverish, how's it going? There's Turbo Kitty. I'm back. I'm very tired, but I'm back. And I will be back a ton this week. Let's see. Oh, thank you. I have tons going on this week. Last week it was soccer and it was stuff out of the house. It was on location. This week I am in studio. I'm in interviews. I'm at the computer, so I will be here for a while anyway. We'll see how the summer transpires. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Words are hard. All right, so make sure I save the right one. This might be my favorite image from this session. Are you excited? Packing for your move. You're moving on Tuesday and chemo is on Wednesday. So is this the hospital move? Are you feeling rejuvenated and ready to, again, for third round? You're not feeling, I don't know what that's answering to. I hope you're feeling moving to a new house. Okay, that's fun then. New house stuff is fun. You're gonna be exhausted though. I hope you have lots of help. Movers are coming Tuesday. Good. Yeah, I figured it was movers. Mowers can come too, though. I don't like mowing my grass. I used to like it because I used to like getting out there, like with just music. Sounds good. Thank you for stopping in. You've got a lot going on. Good to see you too. Make sure you put your feet up, and I'll be here tons this week. So Twitch is here to support you. So I'm just gonna go back and pop the other option on here. And I'm going to just run the basics on the second option. And I'm gonna lower the opacity a little so it matches just right. Whoops, I don't know what wide. I don't know what I just did. So, and even if it doesn't match up just right, it'll give kind of a cool, like, dizzy effect. And I'm on board with it. Oh, that's what it is. I spun a little when I was photographing this, apparently. Let's see. So make sure I get those sharp edges off. Whoops, I didn't mean to erase part of his head though. Oh, I did that before. So I watched Man City, obviously. Today. It was a good day. And I'm going to warm that way up just so it's matching the other tones that we already set up. Yeah, I figured I would like the serious one better, but just in case they get both. And let's see here, I'm gonna go ahead and okay, so all right, this one might be my favorite. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna open, so I want to do, I haven't shared any of his. I shared one of his on Facebook because I knew his mom was anxious, and I haven't shared any of his on Instagram because I liked so many of them that I wanted to do like a little carousel or video reel, as the kids call it. So I'm gonna put this up here to remind myself. All right, so then I've got I've got one more composite for him, and I can't remember where I saved it. I think I saved it in his open file. But what did I name it? Because I don't see it. There it is. Oh wait, no, I think I already did that one. I did that one. Here, you know what? I don't want to browse in Bridge. But that's what we're doing now. I don't want to do that. This is why things are so much harder the sleepier you are. I can go pretty well. There it is. All animals progress. I can go pretty well with not a lot of sleep. But every like 2 or 3 weeks, then I need like either like a full day to just chill and lounge and not do anything, or just like a quick 20-minute nap, like once or twice. This is a remarkable composite I've done so far. The main part is gonna be, I've been working on taking the fence off. You can see I've done it here, and I have not done it here. So that will be a little more work than I'm prepared to focus on right now. This is my family session that I overshot, which is not a bad thing, but it is the thing that I'm going to pay for with my time. But the upside of that is that means you can be really picky and just pick out your absolute favorites. And this little sweet pea, oh my gosh, she was so much fun. Kids are peak people. They really are. And she was just like, I like you. And I was like, you know what? I love that. Grown-ups don't ever just say that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I'll start with some in the studio. I'm torn because we had a beautiful day, and it was like truly perfect weather. It was not too hot at all. It was not too cold at all. You could kind of wear whatever and be comfortable. And I'm just gonna like I have lots of series because she took off, and the light was changing quick because we were in the field and in like a covered trail, like a tree covered trail, is beautiful. So I've got a lot of variety, so I can be really, really picky with these. And just pull out the absolute favorites. I almost always bring off kitchen, putting her shoes on back there. I almost always carry a strobe with me. And we started in studio. We were in studio for like an hour. And I knew that these kids were going to be too fast for me to set up a light and have it be in the right space. So we went with natural light for the outdoor section because we got a lot. And you can see the sun was high in the sky, but you know what? Like this is a childhood. This is childhood. This is perfect. And these are gonna be, we're gonna be able to play with these a little bit and make them really. She got away a few times, but we're gonna be able to get a little artsy with these, I feel like, which is always fun. We brought some crowns too. Every princess needs a crown. How cute is that outfit? Oh yeah, we're gonna have fun with these. These little blonde heads. Oh, there it is. They were like little wings that attached to her wrists. Super duper cute. Yes. We got the wings. Oh my gosh. Okay, these are gonna be fun. I hate to start in the middle. I'm not even gonna tell you how many I shot. I might just pick like, one to edit tonight and 560. Let's do this one. And then I'll see how I'm feeling, because I feel like when I get really, really tired, like I am right now, I start taking longer to do stuff that shouldn't take that long, and I make goofy mistakes. So if I just rest tonight and I get back tomorrow, I've got 2 sessions in the studio tomorrow, but other than that, I've got no soccer in the evening. I won't be outside a huge chunk of the time, so I can recover a little tonight and make up some of this rest, and then I can be more efficient tomorrow, because I'm not efficient right now. So I'm just gonna run the indoor basics, even though we're outdoor, because I sure wish that I had an open sky. The sun was really high. And this is gonna give me a lot of yellow since I didn't have. So first things first, I'm gonna go with, I think I'm gonna go with a, oh, it's not gonna let me do it since I'm not selected. With maybe a center composition, which I don't, where is it? See, this is stuff that I wouldn't normally. Let's see. So I just want to. Do we like that or that or that? Probably not that one. All right. Well, I wish I had. Hey, Flavio! Yes. Too many edited and too many to edit. Yes. Tomorrow will be better. Thank you. Whew. It was a really hectic couple of weeks, and I know I'll feel better. Just get a little sleep. Just a little bit. Oh man, it felt so good to be out in the sun. 'Cause being outside in the winter, or even in spring, is just different. I don't know what this song is, but I like it. I love hearing that everybody is busy, everything is going smoothly. I'm working on some new marketing campaigns. I don't like the sun too much in the summer. Yes, my skin is not meant to be in the sun. The sun and my skin do not get along well. I've got several burn situations on my shoulders, but I still love it. Like, I feel like I need a hammock. I had a hammock at my grandparents' house when I was little. They're underrated. That's like the #1 mental health tool for me. It's a hammock. But like maybe like a shaded hammock. Okay, I'm gonna flatten this. I did get to pull out a longer lens. I use the same lens 99.9% of the time, and I got to use my 70 to 200. Headaches with too much sun, yes. There was a guy in Washington, D.C. chanting, "Don't let dehydration ruin your vacation." And that stuck with me ever since. I'm not usually a hat person, but I started that. It must be because I turned 40. Then hats, I've grown into hats. I'm a grown-up now. Portugal summer is a big deal. Yes. What kind of like summer events do you have? Do you have festivals? And my little town that I live in is very festival happy. They love them a festival. And that's part of the reason I like where my studio is, because I'm down on the square and you get a festival most weekends. Now, we took a couple years hiatus. Some of them haven't come back. Some of them came back for the first time last year. But I feel like we're back. We're good. We've got all kinds of festivals here. We've got lots for the arts. We're a very art-friendly town, which I love. And if you like people watching, my studio is for you. We've music, art, tattoo, film. What else do we have? There's like a festival of the week. I'm going to sit outside my studio when they have, it's called like art fair on the square, and my studio is on the square, and usually I just avoid it down there because parking is insanity. But this year I think I'm going to go down there and sell some prints of my fine art type work. So maybe you guys can help me figure out which ones I would be the best options, because most of my work is pretty depressing, but I also feel like that doesn't mean people won't want to hang it on their walls. A chess festival, boats on the river, poolside chess, summer camp at the kids club. Yes. Awesome. Yes, the sun and the heat make that was always a factor when I was shooting weddings, because people also around here love an outdoor wedding, but our weather is wildly unpredictable. So it was always like, I guess maybe they're gamblers if they like an outdoor wedding. I feel like you've got to be, or just really chill. Like if you're a really chill person, which I'm not, generally speaking. Congratulations. We're so mature. Turn that cap around. Being an adult is weird. And I've had a pretty long go of it, but I'm just not really feeling like I'm that great at it. Okay, just gotta brighten that little face. Make sure we're showing her off. And then I'm just gonna highlight her. I was a very, very blonde baby like this. And most of my kids were. My oldest and my youngest have darker hair, just like darker blonde though. Oh, I love a windblown baby. It was a good weekend. We wrapped up soccer for one club. The other club will wrap this week. I got my nails done. So, perfect weather. Perfect weather. And then this whole week looks really good too. So I just roped my family into, hey, being an adult without a vehicle is weird. Got my vehicle back a couple of days ago. Oh my goodness, that is hard. Are you in a place where you have good public transportation at least? I feel like I'm missing a little red in this. Yeah, I feel like that's better. I actually don't see much of a change. But that is in the skin tone arena. Oh, we have a second vehicle. Yes. I feel like if I found the right house, I could just be really reclusive and just like paint and write and create. I would have to have people come to me though, because I like to photograph people for composites and for storytelling and just in general. So they'd have to come to me. So I don't know, maybe that doesn't count as reclusive. Maybe I'd be bad at it, but really I just don't want neighbors anymore. That's what it comes down to. All right, let me find another one. I'll just pick some random favorites. I shot so many that like I can just, it's like pulling them out of a hat. And they were so precious that, I mean, it could kind of be any of them. White paint on the walls. Oh, you can eat Korean barbecue. That sounds good. Nice. Did you put them out of business? I feel like all you can eat is like a challenge. And my brother-in-law will be like, to my sister, he'll be like, you only ate $1.75 worth. We're not leaving until we get our money's worth. I bet all you can eat is expensive. Oh no. Does not sound very healthy though. This is America. On our honeymoon, so we've been vegan since before we got married, and we did a road trip to Boston, and that was before like people even had heard of what being vegan was. But we had a Yahoo Maps printout of of a vegan buffet in Boston. So by the time we got there, it was out of business. Oh, just so they make the seating uncomfortable. That's their secret. My chair is actually, I bought this chair for looks because it's pink velvet and it makes my legs go numb. Oh, that's no good. Was the food good though? Okay, these are all in the same spot, but like that outfit is too cute. Oops, 473. Help me remember that. Stereotypes are true. You know, I was thinking about that because there's a rumor that my kids' tournament next year is going to be in Paris, and I'm thrilled because we can go to Disneyland Paris. We'll go do all the stuff that we do here, but we'll do it in France. And you go there for the ambiance. Yes. But I wonder if I'll be perceived as like a stereotypical American, because I'm pretty loud. And I do love all typically American things. I'm excited. I think that would be cool. I want to stream from Paris. And we'll do the regular stuff too. But like, I think we'll be American from far away. Like, you'll be able to tell. I'm okay with that though. Americans are loud. Check. Yes, that's me. That's all right. Or flip-flops. I'm gonna speak in broken French I used to be pretty good conversationally anyway, but I haven't really used it. I taught my kids very limited French, very limited Spanish, very limited sign language. No second language, but like little bits of like 4 or 5. I hope that's where it's probably going to be someplace really disappointing, and then I'll be sad. But I hope it's not. I want to go to Normandy too. If you ever need me. Oh yeah, that's probably true. That's like all the couples on 90 Day Fiancé that are marrying somebody, but they neither have learned to speak the other one's language. So they're like using Google Translate. Like, I would do that for a vacation, but I'd maybe take a class if I were like marrying somebody. Didn't speak the same language. Yes. I do. I haven't watched this season really, but I watched in its prime. I watched Angela and Michael. My youngest, when she was a toddler, she would yell, "Michael?" She would do an Angela impression. But I haven't watched this year, so maybe that'll be part of my rest day. I think it's so fascinating. Like, the world is so small now. You can meet somebody from around the world and get to know them well enough to fall in love and get married. And especially like when the show first started, they weren't seeking out like sensational stories that seemed, so bizarre to typical stories. They were using actual just love stories for people that lived far away from each other, but they went a little sideways. German and Brazilian, very in love. Wow. So are they like trying? I feel like you would almost develop like a third language. You know, like twins have their own language with each other. Like that they communicate. That'd be hard. German and Brazilian. I wonder which would be easier to learn. All right, let's see here. What do we have? We've got some facial expressions. This was a long lens, so I don't know how crisp these will be. That doesn't look bad, though. She is way too aggressive and masculine. Who are we talking about? Oh, you're talking about Angela? She's terrifying. Use a lot of body language. I can, like, Brazilian body language, I feel like, yeah, but I don't know about German. Yes. Oh, look at those eyes. Aww. She's like a little pixie. All right, let's see what we got in studio here, because I've got 1,800 that I shot. So when I say I overshot, I overshot. And usually when you tell a child, like, don't smile, they'll like burst. One of two things happens. One of three things. So if you tell a child not to smile for a picture, they will either burst into the most real, genuine, beautiful smile that you can possibly imagine that's real, because they're trying not to. And then option two is they rock it like she did. And there aren't a lot of kids who can just like turn on the blue steel, but she did. And then the third is what my sons do. Yeah, yes, my sons, when they were younger and I would say don't smile, they would like bite their lips. They would lock up every muscle in their face. It was not successful. So I'm just randomly picking from like, I feel like I'm gonna have to with this session though. I'll go through all of them, but I'm just gonna pick out some fun parts. Because I can get through fun parts while I'm really tired. And then I'll go to sleep and then I'll get through all of them. Okay, so I've obviously got some sensor dust happening here. I think this might be the year that I get a new camera after 13 years. The more complicated, the better. Yes. Kids are fun. Some of the very first kids that I photographed, my very first clients 16 years ago, are graduating high school this year. So I'm going to work on reels for Instagram this week of like every session that I've had. I'm going to just grab one picture for every session and show them growing up right in front of my lens. Like, it's just so cool. It's so cool that this is my job. How spoiled am I? Thank you. I really have fun making them. I was so super intimidated by Instagram, but I'm getting better at it. I still feel like a really old person on Instagram, but I'm getting there. So should I make those on stream this week? Old old high school classmates have kids in college. Yes. You know, I live in a college town. The entire population is 80,000 people, and 50,000 of those are college students. So we are vastly a university town. That's the only reason anybody's ever heard of us, is because they pay attention to the Big Ten. And I remember when we moved here, and it would be like move-in weekend, and I would be like, oh babe, like that was us not that long ago, like all these kids starting out their lives, like it's so exciting. And now when it's move-in weekend, first of all, I avoid downtown, I avoid campus, I avoid Target. Aw. Okay, I'll do that. I'll make a note. And now, not only am I like a crotchety old person, but I'm like, I see their parents walking them in. I'm like, oh my gosh, you poor things. Leaving your babies. Look at this sweet face. Okay. I love a serious kid picture. Where are we at? I'm gonna make this. Oh, thank you. My oldest is gonna be a senior in high school. We school all year round. We're homeschoolers. And we school all year round. So he'll like come maybe July 1st. Will officially be a senior in high school, which is just yes. You know, I toured a campus with him. And what's so crazy, when I was in college and you went to the student union or you went like to the quad or whatever, it was just like chaos and everything was loud and everybody was chatting and like throwing stuff at each other, and like it was, you know, it was like a party all the time. And when okay, hold on, let me finish my completely irrelevant story. But we went in and it was silent. Everybody was on their phone or their computer and nobody was talking to each other. Like most people weren't even sitting together. It was bizarre. And obsessed with marketing. First of all, welcome. Yay. Welcome to the stream. I am obsessed with marketing because, so it kind of goes along with the other stuff that I do. I have my 2 undergrad degrees are in fine arts and marketing, and I'm fascinated by why people do the things they do, why people value what they value or brands they're loyal to. And marketing is the unsung hero of small businesses and art businesses. And it just really makes or breaks your business. And it's always changing. You can't get bored with it because it's always different. And you find something that works and it'll work for a while and then it won't. So I like that. I like that constant challenge and kind of trying to stay up with what your demographic is looking for and even who your demographic is. Never seen anyone passionate about marketing. Well, I'm a rare breed. No, I know. It's not... I speak all over the country, too. I speak to photography guilds and stuff like that and small business guilds. And it's probably the topic that most people find daunting more than any others, because it's easier you can farm out your taxes and you can farm out your business side, but you can't. I feel like most photographers or artists are solopreneurs. We're one-man show, so to farm that out, I just don't know how you would do that and really successfully give a genuine piece of who you are to your audience. So I try to help people tap into how you think about marketing over here's what you do step by step. We do some of that too, but how to put your own spice in it and make it yours and make a genuine connection with your audience. because that 100 out of 100 times is going to be more effective than, you know, template marketing or panic marketing, where you don't start marketing until you realize you don't have anything going on this week. That's the most common marketing that I find. But I really do love it. I love her little bangs too. I had bangs like this when I was little, but times 4. They started back here. They just kept coming. All right, so there she is. There's before and after. Pretty simple. Are you a business owner? Are you a marketing? You're not a marketing enthusiast, I would assume. There aren't many of us, that's for sure. And I think marketing is difficult for a lot of people because there's not necessarily, not every marketing campaign has a tangible, easily recorded value. Because consumers have to see, now I'm gonna go off. Consumers have to see a brand an average of 7 times before they're willing to commit. And so you're laying this foundation, and sometimes it's the slightest thing that puts them in a position they're ready to trust you. So building those layers as fast and as thoroughly as possible is what makes your brand enticing to any given buyer. And I just love that stuff. Oh my goodness, these girlies. I'll go a little closer here. There it is. 91.67. Let me remember that. Okay. Oh, I got catching up to do. Link to the Outlook handbook. Job growth to what job expectations. Okay. Oh, yes. We talked about that for my oldest. It's so cool. It's so cool to see my kids like becoming grown-ups. It just got some corners. I'm an excitable person, so anything like business-wise, like I'm a little bit, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it 100%. 100 or 0. There's absolutely no other option. I'm extra. I'm just going to go center crop for these, center composition. Just clean up a little bit. No, this is a client. This is a client from yesterday. I have 6 children, but not any of the photos from today or any of my kids. Just catching up with, I did have blonde hair like that though. As a little one. 6, yes. My oldest is 18. Well, no, he's not 18. He's gonna be 18 at the end of this summer. I don't want to rush it. And I'm gonna take this like second catch light out. That's unnecessary. There we go. We're with college. Now seems like indoctrination going on beyond learning, almost like program compared to. It's funny, college for my age group, for my generation, it was like you were going to college and you would just figure out what you were gonna do while you were there. and borrowed some from neighbors. Yes, I don't know. They just kept showing up. My oldest is 18. They're all about 2 years apart. And my baby just turned 7. So that's why I've got all this free time. So college, like for my group, you just went to college. And whether you were going to need to or not. And the entire generation got strapped with college debt. And now I think as parents, we're like, don't go to college unless you need to go to college specifically for what you want to do. Try it first. You got time. So my oldest wants to be in animation. I'm going to get these hairs out of her eyes. So I feel like he's going to need a degree. He'll be graduating high school with his associate's degree at the same time. So we'll have a little something. It's good. Life is good. It was a little bit of chaos, while they were all little, but I've been really lucky because I was terrified of having teenagers because I was such a rotten teenager. I have 4 cats and 5. You know what? We have a cat and a dog. And I will say that I've always been a dog person, and we got a cat last year because my 9-year-old badly wanted one, and I'm blown away by how easy cats are. Like our cat could just run our household if I would. She kind of does anyway, but you don't have to do it. You don't have to teach them anything. They already just inherently know. It's crazy because like when you get a puppy and like that's a commitment. You are committed. So this is since this is our first cat experience, I don't know if every cat is like this. She's not a people person. She loves her person, but not most everybody else. But like when you know what? I don't cook. My husband cooks. Nobody wants me to cook, and I don't want to cook. So we're golden. But when I like lay on the couch at the end of like a tiring day and the cat sits on my legs, it's like therapy. Like all your muscles are relaxing your body. She doesn't always do it. I think she's messing with me, but when she does, there's nothing relaxing like that cat sitting on your legs. Student debt won't give you a loan for a house or a business, but an 18-year-old, here's $200,000. Good luck. Yeah, it's crazy. Now my second oldest son wants to be a heart surgeon, and he was in here. You know what? I'll show you because we did a picture to commemorate that, and it ended up doing really well in competition. This is Break and Stitch. It's named differently on here. I don't know why, but so that we did this because he wants to be a doctor, a heart surgeon. So he's gonna. I don't think anybody having heart surgery wants like an online degree. So he will have to go eventually, but he also has a pretty sizable scholarship from. He's a Pokemon player. He's been playing all his life. He's been playing since he was like 7 and has racked up some savings there, which will help for sure. You know what? AI will probably do surgery before too long. In fact, my youngest had surgery and her doctor, not with her surgery, but I saw an article about him later that like he was the first, I don't know, robotic. I'm not sure that's what they did. They did something with a robot. And it was really impressive. I don't know what it was. Don't tell me that though. If I'm going in for surgery and it's not an actual person performing it, don't tell me until it's done. And it's like, I got the all clear. If I get the all clear, cool. We'll make history. But I don't want to know that going in. I've had exactly one surgery in my life. And I don't know that I'm very good at it. I feel like there are people that are good at it in the way that they like are chill and like, okay, you know, let's do this. I'm not that person. Okay, I can't remember if I did this or not. It's all blending together. I wonder if that'd be cheaper. Would a robot surgeon be cheaper? That might make it more of a tempting conversation. Oh my gosh, these little blonde eyelashes. I still have blonde eyelashes. That's why I have to wear mascara or I look terrifying.
Sometimes making plans, others.
You don't think so? Probably not in mine. Just an old-fashioned doctor. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not in a rush to see that myself because like I'll be old enough that I'll be the experiment. We'll just try it on her. Like have you seen the pictures of the first heart transplant? It's one of those, like, since I turned 40, I click on clickbait now. Or they're like articles that are really just a collection of memes. I'm keeping those in business. But it was like pictures from the first heart transplant surgery, and it was like doctors laying around and like people sleeping, and I don't remember. It said, I don't think maybe the patient lived very long. I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe it was the first successful one or something. Using presets and replay. Right. That's like, I feel like AI is very quickly replacing compositing, which is one of my absolute favorite things in the world to do. I'm gonna show some pictures that I composited with and play taps in the background because all of this hard hand done work is gonna be of the past. These are all composites for the most part. This was my first really, really successful composite. It's called Numbered Days. And I've wondered if you put prompts in, if it would come up with, it would all be like probably someone else's copywritten work. But nobody asks questions. This is probably the one I'm most proud of. This is Conversations with Our Ancestors. And these are my children. These are my 5 children, and I put them with their namesakes. So my second child, my daughter, passed, so she's not in this one. But this is 6 generations of my family, 120 years of photographs, and I put them all together on my family porch that is no longer a part of the family. So this is like, and this was nominated for a Grand Imaging Award last year, and it lost. It's just an honor to be nominated, which it is, but also it is an honor to win, and I would have liked to. And this is a composite that I did on stream this year and is going through the rounds at competition now and this summer, and it's done really well so far, and I'm kind of surprised. Just because it wasn't real well planned out. I just was kind of gonna do something like this that I had done well with before, and I had some time to kill thanks to Twitch, and I had people hanging out with me, so I just kept doing more stuff to it, and it ended up cool. So that's also going to be part of an exhibition. You can see the painting version back here, and I'm working on that off stream because the work on it is so small, you can't even really see it. So I need like a Flava Flav like necklace cam so that you can see the actual painting rather than me turned around working on it. Someday. All right, I'm gonna go take a nap that lasts all night. I probably could, actually. I could, no, I couldn't. No matter what, my body gets me up 5 a.m. on the dot, alarm or no alarm. But when I go to sleep is as much a surprise to me as it is to anybody. So thank you guys so much for coming out. I did this composite today, and I will work on the animal one tomorrow. It looks amazing right now. I mean, what else is there to do? I deleted Flay from my brain. He's back. He's like, you have to say it 3 times, like Beetlejuice. And then he just reemerges. He had a show. The only reason I even know, really, is from that show. Yeah, so on that note, I am going to go to bed. Yes, it was on MTV. I can't remember. New York was one of them. That's all I got. I believe it's been deleted from my brain as well. Just remnants. Can't delete it all. All right. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube or whatever it is. Not following there. Subscribe. Thank you. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow because I have an obscenely large session that I need to get worked on. And so I did those 2. I've got actually 2 sessions that I need to get done over the next couple of days and get back out to my clients. And I have more competition work to get done. I've got it on the schedule. So I'll see you on YouTube. I'll see you on Instagram. And I'll see you back here at Twitch tomorrow. Have a beautiful night. Bye.
That's why you my mommy. Please.